So I'm going to talk about the Xbox One, particularly the Crackdown 3. Um, a lot of places have been saying that it was launched too early. Um, the previews and the demos and so forth like that back in 2014. Um, just looking at some of the comments here, some of the people are pretty ticked off about it. Flop Down 3, MS is so full of crap. The game community on here is toxic. That's not really a bad comment. You need to hire new people, Microsoft. They suck at learning from their mistakes, and just so forth and so forth. And I've been listening to a lot of YouTubers um, kind of complain about Crackdown 3, but you got to realize that they didn't they did show off the demo, which was incredibly impressive. But the problem that most people have is that they feel that when they release the actual newer demo of the game, the single player part of the game, that there was no destructible environments. And the technology is just not there to do that just yet. So that's why they have to use servers in the multiplayer version of it to actually have all the destructible environments. Now, it would be really cool, and it's something to look forward to maybe in the Xbox One X um, lineup. And but they're giving you a small taste of the future with the cloud, if the cloud is even possible, which I believe it's possible. It just takes a lot of engineering and so forth to get done. To get done. Um, so it's no simple task. But they are giving you a glimpse of the future beyond Xbox One X with that cloud server networking type scenario. So I can see games when the Xbox is finally released, or when Crackdown's finally released, I can see games striving to be that destructible environment, something maybe like a Titanfall, where when a Titan actually hits a building, it crumbles. And I think that's what the X the Crackdown 3 is actually going to gear towards. And then what it's actually going to start blossoming into is a world that is destructible. And just imagine playing a game and a helicopter comes down and destroys a building, and part of the building's still standing and you can use it as cover or something like that. But I see a real lot of promise in that technology, and it's just going to get better and better and better. But I think it was released too early, and I think a lot of people are complaining about it, that it's Xbox's only one exclusive. Xbox One X is one exclusive that's going to be somewhat decent, and it's not even coming out when the time the Xbox One X is released. So, and plus on top of that, the single player doesn't look anything like the multiplayer that they promised. And I can see a lot of people beefing on that, but I think Microsoft's idea, I read somewhere that their idea was to make massive multiplayer games online, because they see that so many people spend so much time on the internet and playing these games. Um, so it's something to really look forward to, and it's something very, very I'm trying to think of the right word, uh, next level that they're trying to do to it, or do with the Xbox brand and cloud computing in general. And it really touches on Microsoft's key component, which has been their cloud networking software, um, and that's why they hired their new CEO, um, which came from the which came from the cloud, doing cloud networking and stuff. So he has a background in cloud computing and servers and so forth. That's why he was chosen for the job, because that's really going to be the future. You know, when you think about it, the cell phones are going to advance so far. But if you want to actually use an x86 hardware in your phone, you're going to have to use cloud networking to do that because the technology is just not there yet. And they're also thinking on a bigger idea: what happens when bendable screens and so forth actually come out, and you can put them on your wrist or wrap them up. The CPU power is going to be truly limited, and having a cloud-based server solution to actually solve do complicated computing on a cloud and bring it down to your flexible phone is going to be the future. And I think Microsoft has it right. And I think their ideas of cloud computing is is really right on for what they're trying to do. Um, you know, so I don't I can see why people hate Titanfall, but I can see the technology being expanded if it does well, and I see that more companies will truly use cloud computing in the future. It kind of justifies the Xbox One subscription, the subscription that you have to pay for it, um, which I think kind of sucks, but that's just how it has to go. But at least you're getting next level gaming right now, right now, and I really see that being the future. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and if you didn't, well, that's fine.